How we doing? I'm Dr. James McKinney, chiropractor, Blue Mountain Wellness. You've probably seen some of my videos online, following me around. And listen, I'm really passionate to talk about neuropathy today. I'm going to keep this brief, as concise as I can, and try to empower and give you some knowledge here. I got really on fire about neuropathy several years ago. I was at a seminar, and I learned that it can be reversed. You know, as a kid, my grandfather had diabetic neuropathy. And I remember watching my grandmother change his wound bandages in this pink basin. It's ingrained in my mind when he had toes amputated because of that. And he had a lot of different comorbidities that went with that. You know, congestive heart failure. He was obese. You know, his quality of life just diminished in front of my eyes. And my freshman year in college, he passed away. And the things that I've learned in college and in practice for over a decade, you know, if I could have applied those things to his life, I really believe that he would be around. My grandmother is still around, and it's a real shame to lose somebody at that young age just because of what we didn't know. And, you know, research has shown, you know, what we need, it's less pharmaceuticals and it's just more of what nature provides, you know, sunlight, just natural whole foods. But it's not more surgeries and medicines, and that's what got my grandfather killed at a young age. And I want to give some information tonight, and maybe this can help you. Maybe this will lead you to wanting to work with me. But if I can at least help somebody out that's watching this, it accomplishes my mission. So for several years, I've been helping patients in the Lebanon County, Pennsylvania area. I'm looking to expand the ability to help beyond that. And I found, and I've done this successfully several times, I found that I can help patients. I'll be biased. I have some really good, really excellent state-of-the-art equipment here at our facility. It's going to help patients get better faster. But time over subject, I've proven and seen that we can help nerves to heal, okay? So there's 5 key elements of what we look to do to help the nerves to heal in neuropathy. But before I get into that, you need to understand that nerves can heal. I hear patients all the time. My medical doctor, they said that there's nothing that can be done. And if you really believe that, you probably wouldn't be watching this video. But that's far from the truth. I mean, most of the patients that I see in my clinic, they're able to walk in. You know, some have canes and walkers, but most are not completely to the point that they have no sensory function left. And in the clinic, I do a sensory exam to determine and measure how's the function of the nerves, what's going on there. So first you have to understand, yes, the nerves can be healed because all the medical doctor has in his toolbox is pharmaceuticals. There's no surgery that they can perform to help with neuropathy. You know, I get someone with back pain. Yeah, you can put on meds or you can do surgery, PT. There's different things that you can do. With neuropathy, they're really pigeonholed with what they can offer. So typically, it's going to be a drug like gabapentin, Cymbalta, Lyrica. Really, these are anti-seizure drugs, and the idea is to suppress the central nervous system to just slow down the pain signals. Because when the nerves are damaged in the feet and the hands, the periphery nerves, they're damaged, they're not getting messages communicating to the brain. The brain's a computer that processes everything, okay? And when those messages are not conveying properly because there's damage, that's where your brain perceives something's wrong. It's like static on a television, and that might show up as, you know, burning, tingling, numbness, pins and needles, different symptoms like that, okay? But that's telling me things aren't communicating properly, okay? So to fix neuropathy, and anybody says you can't fix it is wrong, because we've done this hundreds, thousands of times here in our clinic. To fix it, you have to heal the nerves. The cause is the cure, right? So if we can get the nerves what they need to thrive, or take away what's causing them to be broken, we can fix that. And what you need to relate to, you know, if I get a cut, my body's gonna heal. So will yours, so will anybody's, right? It's gonna heal. If I break my arm, we're gonna cast it, we're gonna immobilize it, it's going to heal. Your body has this innate ability to heal, okay? With neuropathy, nerves, this is the unfortunate thing. Nerves are the slowest thing to heal in your body. They can take 12 to 18 months to fully heal, okay? If we can get the nerves the right things, it can heal, all right? A lot of my patients come in, they have metabolic syndrome, they're full of toxins, they have chronic inflammation, they have different things going on, okay? So my job as the provider is to identify what is going on. If I can identify what is going on, we can work on cleaning that up, all right? But I'm gonna go through the 5 key things, and I'll give you guys some tips and pointers of what that looks like. But I will say, there's a good chance that you're gonna need somebody that's gonna help you through this, because if you had the answers, you probably would not be looking to see what I have to say. You'd already be fixed, okay? The first most important thing with, and when I say with neuropathy, there are hundreds of different neuropathies. Diabetic neuropathy, it's one of the most prevalent ones. Toxic neuropathy, that could be, environmental toxins, that could be chemotherapy-induced toxins, some sort of a toxin in the body. That's another big one. And then the other one is idiopathic. Idiopathic, I'm not calling you an idiot. It just means we don't know what the causation is, okay? But within those subsets, there's a lot of different things that can cause neuropathy. The types of neuropathies that we help, typically there's a lack of good blood flow, okay? So that's the first thing. We need to increase the blood flow, okay? Because what does blood flow do? In your blood, bound to the red blood cells, there is oxygen. And oxygen is extremely important. If I took the oxygen away from my head, from my brain, I probably wouldn't be here very long, okay? And what happens with neuropathy is if you don't have good perfusion of blood, if we don't have good blood flow, your nerves are starving. They're breaking down right there. So we got to turn that back on, okay? So we need to deliver oxygen, and we need to deliver nutrients, okay? And nutrients are what are going to feed the nerves. You can go on Google, you can do some research, and you can find out some different good things for nutrients for the nerve. So alpha lipoic acid, excellent to help the nerve sheathing. The myelin sheath actually is what breaks down. That's the outer coating of the nerve. That's what demyelinates and causes neuropathic symptoms, the burning, the tingling, the numbness, all those things, okay? B vitamins, extremely important. We like to use a good methylated B vitamin because a certain percentage of the population needs a methylated vitamin or they're not going to metabolize it, okay? I use some different nutrients within my clinic, but those are 2 very important vitamins and nutrients. And I can give you a link if you ask me to what we use, and we sell that here at the clinic, okay? The next thing, we need to increase cellular energy. Okay? In neuropathy, we have patients that are depleted. A lot of the patients are depleted. I rarely ever see somebody that's below 50 years old with neuropathy. Typically, if somebody's under 50, I'll put my doctor hat on and I'm saying, okay, is this affecting both extremities or just one? Because you might have a pinched nerve that's causing neuropathy down into the extremity and expressing itself that way. As you get older, you tend to get slower, right? So we need to get energy into the body and increase the cell's energy. When you're operating and living in a state of an energy deficit, that is going to cause problems because you don't have enough power to make new cells. Your cells are always replicating. You don't have enough power to make new cells to help you to thrive, okay? The next step, decrease, okay? We need to remove toxicity, okay? Toxicity is something that builds up in your body and tends to affect the feet first and then the hands. Most people, like me, talk with their hands, use their hands are always moving. That's getting lots of blood in and out. it's also closest to your heart. The feet, okay, a lot of my patients are sedentary, they're not out walking, they're not moving, and the blood just pulls down there, and we're not getting good perfusion of blood back to the heart and recirculating. And that's where toxins tend to settle. So we need to get those toxins out. There's different ways we can do that. We can use binders. We can do things like red light therapy to help the circulation. And we can do some dietary things to reduce inflammation. But we have to get the toxins out of the body so it can heal, okay? If I have a fish bowl and I don't change the water, it's not filtered, and that fish is looking a little green, and I keep adding fish food, well, that ain't the answer. And I see patients all the time. Oh, what supplements do I need, doc? Well, I can give you some supplements, but if you don't clean that water, that fish is gonna die, right? So just supplementing yourself isn't gonna help, okay? And a lot of my patients, the supplements aren't making it to their feet because they don't have good perfusion of blood, all right? So see how this all kind of works together. And that's why this is a very complicated type of a chronic disease to heal, but it can be healed, all right? The last part is to rewire the brain. And when I say rewire the brain, we gotta get the brain rewired to work with the nerves that are damaged, okay? We need to reestablish that two-way connection. If we get that two-way connection established because the nerves are working better and they're transmitting signals, the neuropathy is gone, okay? So quick recap: increase blood flow, deliver oxygen, nutrients, increase the cellular energy, decrease cellular toxicity, and rewire the brain, okay? I have a really good program that I'm able to do that stuff with. You know, in the clinic, we use things like class 4 laser, hyperbaric oxygen, radio pulse wave. We have different things. I have a machine that you put on a mask and you breathe oxygen in while doing vibration. I have stuff that I can't send home with people. It gets rapid results if I can identify the drivers of what's going on. You know, we do targeted nutrition, and we get rid of the inflammation, and we deliver the blood flow with oxygen and nutrients. If I can do that stuff, we can overcome this. You know, I said earlier, it can take 12 to 18 months for the nerves to heal. But once we reduce the inflammation, once we start getting oxygen, once we start to get nutrients there, the nerves will start to thrive. You know, and as they start to thrive, I have patients, hey doc, I don't know what you're doing to me. My burning's getting worse. Well, Bill, you told me when you came in you couldn't feel anything. So it's actually your nerves are starting to communicate again. And then as we stick with the program, they start to heal, recover, it goes away. The home program, I have some devices, and I've been able to use buying power by buying a lot of them to pass on savings and discounts, where I can get you devices that you can do at home to do just these 5 things. You know, increase the blood flow and get the targeted nutrition that you need. But it's important to do a call with me so I can find out what are the drivers, what do we need to do to, you know, reduce toxicity, to change in your diet, to change in your lifestyle, you know, to get you synced up so that your body can thrive. And if that's something that's interesting to you to work with, I'll have a link here. You can reach out. I'm very easy to reach out to. I just can take some time to get back, but I will do the best that I can. I want to help more people, and I look forward to potentially helping you or somebody else that might be suffering, you know, with this metabolic condition. Like I said, this is something near and dear to my heart, affected my grandfather, and it affects so many people, and it's so frustrating because doctors tell you, oh, there's nothing you can do. Take your drugs. And I'm here to tell you that's not the answer, okay? So if you're looking for solutions, let's leave no stone unturned, and let's try something else. It should make sense. It's really simple when you really step back and look at the broader picture. Your nerves are basically suffocating and they're just dying. And we got to get them what they need. We got to remove interferences, and we got to get them what they need so your body can do what it does best, and that's to heal. Look forward to helping you out.